So in the end, loneliness, if you need to meet new people, right? You need to get out there. One of the things that I love about what we're building here at ORET is a community of like-minded individuals. We have people that join, where people are saying hello, all those great things each and every morning. Guys, I see you. I recognize you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So let's get into some actual news. There was an article by Resi Club highlighting some stuff from John Burns, talking about what is the magic interest rate to unlock the housing market. This is perhaps the most important question out there. You and I have been talking about it for at least a year, if not longer. According to John Burns, they went out and did a survey of homeowners and said, what would be the highest interest rate you would accept on a new mortgage? So things got pretty interesting. It basically highlighted that you're going to need something between 5 and 5.5%. That's nowhere close to where we are today. And if you've been following my daily financial news, you know that I don't think we get there in 2025. My call for 2025 is, what did I say? 5.8 to 6.2 for the 30-year mortgage rate. So we're not going to get there. And frankly, that's okay. We need time to heal the broken housing market. Another very interesting thing I found this weekend is inflation-adjusted wages. So there's nominal and there's real. Real, so inflation-adjusted wages were up again in September. They were up 0.9%. Let's be clear, we need years. We need years of real wage growth to help affordability slowly get better. We need flat prices, slowly declining interest rates, and wage growth for the next several years. And eventually, just like the early 80s, we will fix the broken housing market. We are getting more and more data about rent. Again, remember, we bought you some rent data a few months ago? It does look like rents are getting soft. I got a note from a San Diego agent this weekend talking about asking rents are down 10%. 10% in San Diego. Remember, we had a conversation with Casey about Memphis. We've had some follow-up with other folks in other parts of the country. Rents are not up 4.9% like all the inflation readings are saying. Rents are soft, and at best, they are flat. We are starting to get some earnings announcements coming in. We got JP Morgan, Wells Fargo on Friday. JP Morgan, better than expected interest income, raised guidance, but did, as expected, allocate billions of dollars to bad debt. This is something that's been going on in the financial industry quarter after quarter. They upped their credit losses for bad debt to $3.1 billion after they took $2.1 billion in losses in the quarter. This is all extend and pretend. This is all a coordinated effort to have bad debts purged slowly as of all of once. Again, JP Morgan 3.1. What about Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo had $1.07 billion more in credit losses or credit loan loss reserves. This is something we will start to see across the financial industry. I am, again, not worried about the big banks. It's that next tier. How much consolidation, how much, will we see any forced arrangements or marriage, if you will, because of, bad balance sheets. Again, this is something I will be watching for. Looks like we got a report from CNBC that consumer spending is down. We've been talking about this for 6 to 8 weeks. Consumer spending is down. It fell for the first time in 7 months. It fell 0.3. This is the consumer doing what you and I expected, right? You and I have been talking about for 6 to 8 weeks now, perhaps 10, about the consumers pulling back. They're afraid, they're scared, they're pissed off. But the election is almost here. The end of the year is almost here. The real interesting part about our consumer is what will happen in Q1. Will this will this continue moving forward, or will they unlock the spending? This is going to be something very, very interesting. Guys, I don't know if you've tuned into the Zuber Letter. zuberletter.com, something that Resi Club and I are doing together. We're producing one blog post or one newsletter a week. You can sign up for that, zuberletter.com. This week was how to go from poor to rich. Thought it was a very well-written article. Let me know what you think. Again, subscribe to zuberletter.com. You will get one newsletter a week. We did get some Fed speak last week. Friday, Bostic. He is open to skipping the November rate cut. Remember, folks, we was very clear in the Fed meeting minutes that this collective of Fed presidents were not all in sync with the 50 basis point cut. I know it's public that Michelle Bowman was the only dissent. When you read the meeting minutes, there was a lot more dissension in that room. And now we have Bostic saying, you know what? Maybe we'll skip November. Again, we had some pretty strong GDP, inflation, sticky, but we are seeing weakness in the job markets. Again, remember, folks, watch that weekly unemployment number. Last week was a bump to 255. Is that going to get worse from here? So it's something we are going to have to pay attention to. We did get the reading for PPI, Producer Price Index, wholesale inflation, what's coming down the pipeline to us, the consumers. Really kind of a nothing number, not 1.8 headline, 2.8 core. I will say that core is once again sticky. It was expected to come in at 2.6. It came in at 2.8. So we are not over this inflation anytime soon. Core CPI rose for the first time in 18 months. So again, that's not good. Core PPI inflation rose for the first time in 18 months. I did find Elon Musk's 10 rules of success. I actually don't know if Elon actually ever said these. It was an interesting, I think I saw this on X or Twitter. I thought it was a decent list, so I would share them with you. Number 1, never give up. Never give up. Number 2, really like what you do. Number 3, don't listen to the little man. Number 4, take a risk. Number 5, do something important. 6, focus on signal over noise. Number 7, look for problem solvers. Number 8, attract great people. Number 9, have a great product. And finally, work super, super hard. Thought that was a decent list. What is your favorite? Again, if you don't know, I'm not a huge Elon Musk fan. I'm not a fanboy by any stretch. In fact, not a fan, but I did like that list of 10. Other things I read this weekend that I thought was interesting is build for rent. Build for rent is becoming ever more popular. In 2005, for example, build for rent made up 1.6% of all production. Today, or actually I should say 2023, 9.5%. Almost 10% of all housing construction is purpose-built rental properties. Thought that was interesting. Fed President Williams, he says he expects inflation to fall to 2.25% in 2024, so this year, and down to 2% sometime in 2025. Let's hope he is right. And then the last thing, there was a proposal by somebody running for the office of the president, interest payments on car loans being tax deductible. I don't know. What do you think of that? Sort of like your mortgage interest on your home loan being tax deductible. What do you think about car loans being tax deductible? Anything else I got here? No, I will remind you that our school group has an accountability group today. Again, folks, get in communities of like-minded individuals. Join our school community. You won't regret it. Join one of the 3 accountability groups, Sunday, Monday, or Wednesday. You will not regret it. We do have some people to congratulate. Rick Tavius, congratulations for getting your first deal. Your golden ticket will be in the mail today. And Chris, congratulations on your next deal. Your black card will be in the mail. Folks, if you don't know what this is, gold cards are for your first ticket. Golden tickets are for your first deal. and black cards are for every subsequent deal. You can only get one of these, but you can get as many of these as you would like. So folks, congratulate Rictavius and Chris one more time. Join school, and we will be back tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, for the daily financial news. Take care. Sorry about the issues in the beginning connecting. I don't know what happened. Later.